you're going to see that we have literally blown away the industry, and no one is going to be able to compete with you now because you're going to have state-of-the-art technology, and for the first time ever, it's going to autopilot. You're not going to have to do anything. The client's not going to do anything. It's all going to be on autopilot for you. So let's jump in. And what I want to do is I want to first start out by letting you save the date. So if you enjoy this type of training where you enjoy working with me, hearing how I strategize, getting the latest up-to-date information, then I want you to strongly consider that on this March 23rd, that we're going to be launching the new mastermind for 4 months. And what we do is we actually close it down, and then for 4 months we roll up our sleeves and you and I work together. And so on the 23rd, we're going to be doing an hour-and-a-half mastermind together to give you a peek, and I'm going to give you some strategies to walk away with. But this is literally what I'm going to give you tonight, a piece of that mastermind, kind of an introduction. So I just want you to kind of engage with me and imagine yourself week after week after week with this type of training. And if that's something that you're excited about, then I want you to join me on March 23rd. And so let's jump in here and let's get going. All right, so I want to make sure that we kind of reset everybody just for a moment, because some of you might be a little bit distant from Reputation. Maybe you've gotten distracted with PPC and the new changes that are going on. Maybe you got into websites. Maybe you got on some e-commerce webinars and you got distracted with that, or maybe doing funnels. So let's really call it how it is, and let's reset the huge opportunity that's in front of every single one of us. 97% of consumers aged 18 to 34 read online reviews to judge a local business. There is no one left. It is here. It has arrived. If you've struggled in the past by talking about reputation, there's no longer a struggle. It is a necessity. It's as necessary as a website is. It's as necessary as a phone number is. It's as necessary as a building is for a local business to have good online reputation. Matter of fact, this data is so revealing because 18 to 34 is the next generation of buyers. And so if we look at all the buyers together, it's at 92%. But this one segment is only a small representation of what's happening. So the more these people get, the millennials start growing up, the millennials become the main buyers, they become the affluent, they're going to be using even more and more and more. So every business needs this today. And so, matter of fact, I just did a training on this. So let me kind of, you see here, you can see that if you were searching for a business, who would you call first? And you should have these stats memorized, by the way. Number one was 55% people look for online reviews, someone with a great online reputation. So here it is, 2016, the year of reputation marketing. The question is, are you going to get distracted with all the other things that really aren't making you money and don't make anyone else money, really? It's a great pitch, it's a great tactic, it's a great strategy, it's a great solution to a small little problem. But I've already made my $1 million in reputation. I want you to make your $1 million. And there are many that have made $1 million in our mastermind. And more importantly, there's hundreds that have made 6 figures and on their way to that trajectory. And so if you are trying to figure out what is 2016 going to be for you, it should be the focus of reputation marketing and building a business. So want to know how to take advantage of this trend? Well, we're going to show you how to autopilot right now by telling you this number. And I want this to be very clear for some of you that don't get this, because every time you log into Reputation Kahuna, we show you this number. What do you think this number represents? The number of businesses in the U.S. alone. And what do you think this number represents? The number of businesses that start each and every month. Now, how many customers do you have? Right? My company's gotten our small little piece of this billion-dollar industry. My goal is for you to get that same piece of this billion-dollar industry as well, because every business needs a good reputation. They all have a problem that you can solve, and I want to show you how we solve that in literally minutes. They can't do reputation themselves. It's not possible for them to manage, to build, to market their reputation. And 99% of all other reputation services don't work. As a matter of fact, you'll hear from a case study where competitive software, they like talked to them and said, look, it's pretty good, but we're not getting any success. And literally within a few days, they put our strategies in place and just knocked out the competition. It wasn't even a competition. It was just like, I can't believe we even made that decision to go with another company. And the reason why 99% of all reputation services don't work is they don't manage the reputation very well. As a matter of fact, some just manage the very generic sites like Yelp or Google or CitySearch. They don't get into Vitals or ZocDoc, or they don't go into the automotive industry, or they don't go into the contracting industry, so they don't do a good job of managing. But some do, right? There's some out there that really do well, but what they don't is they don't help you build your reputation. So they might be good at manage, but they don't build. And that's one thing we do brilliantly. And the reason we do it so brilliantly is we give you all the analytics so that you can see exactly every detail of what's happening, knowing how to tweak things. And matter of fact, my biggest concern of the next 45 minutes and what I'm going to share with you is I've given you too much power. I'm giving you too much ability. And sometimes when we give too many options, right, that some people get a little overwhelmed. But I made the decision that I'll let you decide what's too much for you and not me decide. Because I'd rather give you the keys to the kingdom and give you lots of different keys that you can use as opposed to kind of being a one-trick pony like most software strategies really are. And so we're going to give you multiple strategies of how to build reputation, then market reputation. Those of you that have seen and used rep videos and our review video strategies, or those of you that are in a mastermind using Guru or using Expose, we're one of the leaders when it comes to reputation marketing. It's not even a close race there. So that means you are the leader in the nation or in the world or whatever niche that you're going after, because you can now manage, build, and market reputation like none other. There's not an Inc. 1000, there's not an Inc. Fortune 1000 company that can do it better than you, all three of them. So I want to focus on build tonight. So that's what this strategy is all about, because managing reputation, a lot of people can do that, right? There's literally, you'll see another 30 companies open up in the next 45 days that focus on managing. Marketing, we've got that cornered, right? We got that down pat. But building is where people typically lose customers because they're not getting enough reviews online. Would everybody agree with that? So look, if there's one thing that really concerns me is am I going to do a really good job? I'm not so confident, David. It seems like the strategies work, and I see that there's opportunity there, but I really want to be 100% confident that every business I walk into, I'm going to crush it, right? Or I'm going to really help them. I'm going to really lead with value. So one of the chat box, if that's you, if you think, look, if I really had that confidence, I think my world would kind of change a little bit of that opportunity. Yeah, I see, oh my goodness, so many people, right? So this is where we're going to focus right now. We're going to focus on building. Now, we've got an employee training center that no one has in the industry that you have, that you can position yourself and be able to train every single staff. You can add and quiz them and grade them and make sure that everyone's paying attention. We have review surveys, so we are like SurveyMonkey. Like SurveyMonkey is one of our competitors, right? Because we can survey companies, but we can also build beautiful feedback pages in milliseconds that allow people to be review as well. We also design custom media centers so that, you know, we typically take $1,000 to $2,000 of building flyers or banners or postcards or business cards. You can do in clicks, just a few clicks, just moments. So building reputation, we also have a review app that is a custom app that you can build. So if someone's surveying at a trade show or they would like to get more feedback, be able to hand someone something to physically write that in, they can do that. But what I want to talk tonight is about the client sign-in page, which is brand new and available to everybody right now. And this sign-in form has so many strategies. It's going to revolutionize our business, and it's already revolutionized others that have been in the beta for the last 3 or 4 months that we've been behind the scenes perfecting these strategies. So now the really amazing part is we've added all the same technology into the sign-in form where we will send them directly proprietarily to each individual area that you want them to leave reviews, whether it's Yelp or Google or Yellow Pages. And so what I'm going to do is really shock you of what's possible. So I just want, if you, instead of saying put a 1 in the chat box, just give me some feedback by putting wow in the chat box. As soon as something comes out like wow, that is amazing. So, because I want to gauge your temperature on how you feel about going out and helping businesses, going out and making a difference in businesses. More importantly, making sure that you're focused on doing one thing and doing it really, really well. Don't put wow in the chat box now. We haven't really covered anything, right? So just as we go through, let's do that. So welcome to the sign-in form workflow. And so what is the sign-in form? What really is that? Well, let me share with you what it is. The sign-in form workflow is a sign-in form that can be used on any tablet, any phone, any computer, anything that can use a browsing web page. And what they'll do is they'll simply come into the office or the store, or you can go on location. So wherever you want to be, you can use a sign-in form, and the customer signs in. So what we're doing is we're replacing the clipboard. You know, when you go into the hair salon or the spa, the doctor's office, chiropractor, everybody walks up and you know, their chicken scratches on that clipboard, right? Well, that's technology that's been around for 40 years. And it's amazing to me that local businesses haven't upgraded for people to sign in electronically. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to allow them to sign in through a sign-in form electronically. And then what's going to happen is the administrator is instantly going to get an email that says, hey, John Smith just signed in. Click to see all your sign-ins. And we give them a link that they can click, and it auto-directs them right into their virtual clipboard CRM. So it's just like having a CRM, because you can easily get reviews, export all the data, so no longer do they have to you know, read people's chicken scratch and cursive handwriting and don't know what they wrote. No longer, they can track, they can check off, and they can manage all their contacts. And so what you're able to do here is literally replace the old way of doing things. And unfortunately, most businesses don't even know they need reputation, but more importantly, they don't know that they've got an antiquated way of doing this. And so, and I'll go over the strategies here in just a minute, but let me give you a preview. So whether you're a plumber and you show up to the house, you can give them your phone and say, before we start work, would you mind signing in? When they show up to the spa, in the front desk, you'd say, would you please sign in? When they walk into the automotive dealership and the salesperson says, hey, let me show you around, I'd like to look at a car, would you please sign in? And you're going to see this in a minute, but the reason we want them to sign in is because text message marketing and mobile marketing is where everything is going. Meaning the communication of text messaging is literally dominating the marketplace. As a matter of fact, let me ask you a question. Do you ever get a little upset when someone calls you and they didn't text you first? Anybody feel that, like, what are you doing? What are you doing calling me? I'm busy right now. Why don't you just text me, right? Any aha moments there? You're like, huh, I never really thought I did that, but yeah, I've looked at my phone and I don't know why they called me. They could have just texted me. So what's happened? The call, I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, checking voicemails was regular. We hate checking voicemails today. Why would we check a voicemail when someone could text us? If they really are a good relationship with us, they know how to get a hold of us by texting us, right? So I want everybody to see the shift that's happened, and you might not even understood this shift. But more importantly, businesses don't even understand this shift. And so that's why mobile is so important. And the reason I'm saying this is if you send out a text message, one text message, without the person receiving the text message approving that they are willing to receive an SMS message from you, you will be fined $500 to $1,500 for every single text message you send. So let me be very clear on this. There are companies in the marketplace that let you upload a list and text them to get feedback. But you have no trail of an authorization, and that comes back on you, the marketer. So this is why when some of you have asked, look, why don't you allow us to text message? And we will, but we wanted to build a system that allowed you to see that you got permission to do so. So if anybody ever complained, oh, I didn't, you sent me a text message, and I never authorized that. Your customer is protected, and you're protected. Make sense? So now we're getting these people to sign in. They're approving that we can follow up with them via text message. And now let me show you, now you understand the sign form experience from the administrator point of view, which is really awesome. I mean, no longer do people have to slide that glass back and say, here's your clipboard, could you sign in? And they come back and they cut off. They don't have to do anything. They know when everyone signs in because they get an email every single time. So now let's look at how the experience of the customer when they sign in. So what they do is they sign in, and the next thing you do is X amount of hours later that you can program in. It can be 3 hours later, it can be 10 hours later, it can be 2 days later, but a few hours later. And by the way, if they sign in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we have a policy that we don't send text messages past 7 p.m. in the time zone that they're in. And so what they'll do is we'll send it the next day. So I just want to let you know the amount of detail that we've gone into to assure that when we're doing text message follow-up, that we're in the parameters of really doing what's best for the customer. And so X amount of hours later, they're going to be getting a text message that says, hey, please help, and could you give us some feedback about your experience today? We'll give them a link. When they click on the link, we'll simply ask them, would you recommend us, yes or no? Now, if they say no, we send them to a negative feedback page where we have a video and we ask them some very important questions. First of all, could you explain the bad experience you had? Who was involved, and how could we do it better? So this is critical for getting instant feedback from people, and not just one, but everybody. So this almost ensures 100% of the time, one, the customer that didn't have a good experience has an opportunity to explain their bad experience before it festers into something more difficult or more serious. And then we have a little button that says, send this to management. Because we've done lots of case studies and we've done lots of focus groups that say, why do you leave bad reviews? And the number one reason is, why? It wasn't to hurt the company. It was they wanted to effectively let leadership or management know their experience so it could be fixed. And so we put all the psychological triggers in here to power through a huge opportunity. But here's where it gets amazing. When they say yes, we give them the ability to select a directory of your choosing. And what's really powerful about this is the technology that goes into it. Now, unlike a feedback page, we are not capturing reviews right now, because this is not a capture, review, get feedback survey strategy. This is a get reviews online strategy. This is a build reputation strategy. So I'll show you this in just a minute, but now they say a simple page that's mobile optimized to say, select a directory to leave us a review. Now, look very closely at what we do. We have proprietary search technology that when they click on a directory of their choosing, one, we look for a login open session that they have in their browser to that directory. So we developed the technology for every single directory to see if they're currently logged in there. We know if they're logged into Yelp, Yahoo, Google, and everyone else. So if we see that they're already logged in to that directory, we can instantly send them to leave a review on a review page. So amazing technology that we're looking at. But more than not, they're not going to be logged in. So let's be real about this. They're not going to be logged in, but what they do have on their phone is a mobile directory app. And while they're on the selected directory page, we're able to see what apps they have on their phone. And so If they're not logged into an open session, we then see and direct them to the mobile app that's on their phone. And this is where we're just crushing it. All right, here comes my wow. So, and then if they don't have a mobile app, then we send them to a directory mobile page for them to log in. Which very rarely we're finding we get to even step 3, which sends them to a listing. Sound good so far? Let me just screenshot this so everybody can see. So if you're kind of, you just kind of, and I can't get everybody because it's just too amazing. I just want to show you, this is where everybody's just, wow. So this works on iPhones and Android, both. But we're going to go further. Now watch very closely. Please pay attention, because what you're going to see on your screen is going to amaze you even more. Because Android has a really amazing opportunity that we've been able to exploit, at least for the short term. In Android, we have a proprietary Android technology called the Smart App Strategy. Oops. All right, so the Smart App Strategy. So here's what happens. Same thing, a little differently though. And you can turn this on or off. So let me say this again, just so everybody, this strategy you see here works for Apple and Android both. But this is where we really excel. On the Android system, currently right now, depending on what study you're looking at, is between 45 and 65% of all handsets or phones are Android. They're going to sign in, then they're going to get the same text message. If they say no, we're going to send them directly to the same negative feedback page. But when they yes, watch what happens. When they say yes, we search their phone for apps. But we allow you to put what app that you want to leave the review on. And then what happens is, if they go to Google, we have a Google tutorial that they go through, which is a 3-step mock-up of exactly how to leave a review on Google. Because let's face it, anybody that's left a Google on a Google Maps app, you got to swipe, you got to click, you got to move things around, right? So wait till you see what we've designed. It's amazing. We have over 70% of people going through the Google review wizard and leaving reviews. And if they don't have that, we cascade to Yelp and Yahoo and Facebook. So let me say this again. They don't get to see a choice of what sites that they want to leave a review on. You're the one that chooses. And what happens is you put them in the order you want. So we see if they've got Google. If they don't have Google, then we'll send them to Yelp. If they don't have Yelp, we'll send them to Yahoo. If they don't have Yahoo, we'll send them to Facebook. If they don't have Facebook. And so what we're going to do is you can put Yelp in the first priority place. And so every single person will go to Yelp. And so I want you to hear from someone that has put these strategies in place that's in our beta program, so that you can hear for yourself the success they've had with these strategies, and more importantly, the money that they're making and the new clients that's onboarding. It's pretty powerful. So let me play this. This is Terry. Let's listen closely.
The Signing campaign is going to be literally transforming my entire business. I went and showed probably one of the most skeptical, or I don't know if it's skeptical, or cheapest doctors that I knew, and implemented it into his office within 24 hours of you showing it to us. And within 24 hours, we had only about 20, give or take 1 or 2, sign-ins. And within 24 hours, had 3 brand new reviews, 5-star reviews on Google. Now, the campaign goes on for a few days. And at the end of that 7 to 10 days mark, we had a total of 5 brand new Google reviews online and 3 5-star reviews on Yelp with only 20 sign-ins. The amazing part is that we had almost 50% of the people leave reviews somewhere based off the sign-in form. So when I go in and I talk to this doctor again that, either doesn't like to spend money or just doesn't believe in what I had to say, he's just skeptical about everything. We ended up getting all of his marketing. Literally took over Demandforce. We are going to be doing all of his SEO. Money-wise, a year it'll end up being it'll end up being over $14,000 a year. Reputation is the only thing that I felt that could instantly benefit a customer, so I took it on. Now, the sign-in form made it a lot easier because it even opened up doors to industries that I either never would have considered doing or maybe not have done before, or I've been involved with before but did not want to deal with them anymore. It brings this whole new avenue of possibility of customers that I would have not considered, a month ago.
And so, I'm sorry, that was actually John. That wasn't Terry. And so you can hear not just the excitement in his voice, but all the huge opportunity for the most skeptical people that typically wouldn't do business with. So it's ridiculously easy to implement. But before I move on, I want to talk about another case study with Terry because this is even more powerful, and he's going to share how he gets new clients. He took clients that literally said no, they canceled with him, and got them back on board. Now listen very closely to this.
So a couple of different ways I started using it, David. Initially, I first of all went to all my current clients and basically pitched them on it and showed them how much better it is, how much easier it is to use, and how much more effective it is than anything else that we have out there or anything else that exists right now. Second thing I've been able to do is reactivate, a few ex-clients that weren't able to have results with other systems that I provided them. Obviously that led to a lot more revenue for my business. As far as results, one specifically I can think of was the client that we, in fact, reactivated because we actually reactivated him simply using the sign-in strategy only, and he was able to generate more Yelp reviews, positive Yelp reviews, than he'd had in an entire year in 1 month. So he had 7 5-star Yelp reviews come in 1 month, and he only had 5 for the entire previous year. So that's one success with it, and the same client actually had a lot of great success with Google as well. In that same month, they had 9 5-star Google reviews come in. So, this is a client that had 20 Google reviews total, and in a month, was able to take that up to 29. So it's something that really impressed him, and, he's already activated a second practice that he has. So, again, more revenue for my business, and things are going very, very well with not only that client, but others as well. One of the ways I did it, I said, hey, I'll let you demo it. Just take it for a test drive for a couple weeks. I guarantee you, as long as you implement it in the practice, you will not be disappointed. Take a risk-free trial on it. I wouldn't necessarily sign everybody, every business up that way because you're going to be wasting a lot of time. But for somebody that, knows you and trusts you and you've worked with in the past, I think that's a great way to reactivate clients. A week and a half, we've got 2 new businesses that we're starting working with the sign-in form. We didn't do anything special with them other than just run them through a demo of it and show them how it worked using screen sharing on my mobile device and then screen sharing on an iOS device as well. Actually post the reviews, show them that they go live right away, and show them how easy it is and walk them through it. And it almost sells itself based on how much easier it is than anything else out there. And one of the things I really like, and these were 2 specific clients that had used other systems to try to generate feedback and reviews, and they got a few, but they really haven't had any major results and most of it simply has to do with the fact that there's nothing that makes it easy enough for a customer, client, patient to actually generate feedback as this does. So step one, what you're going to do is set up a Zoom meeting. You're running a Zoom meeting with the client. You know, you're doing a screen share. And then step two, you run through the TeamViewer Quick Support on your mobile device, and you just run it through the remote control feature of that, and you're able to see your device's screen on your desktop or laptop. And since you're seeing that and they're already seeing your screen, you're seeing it through the Zoom meeting.
Hello? Testing, can you hear me now? Is that coming through? Okay, good. So, sorry about that. I want you guys to see, first of all, let me answer a few questions here for those that came in. This is not a mobile app. This is simply a web page. So it works on any browser, in any tablet, on any phone that you use. And it's all mobile responsive. So let me do this so that you can now see exactly what we built for you. And really the most exciting part is this is all for free. So we're not charging you anything extra. This is not an extra service or a paid extra service. We're giving you this because we are bent and focused on helping you build the best opportunities for your family and for your future. And so let's jump in here to just one of our demos, and let me show you exactly what this looks like. Now, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me skip to a slide I think would be really valuable to take a look at. I haven't gone through this in great detail yet, but let me, since we're on this, I think this would be more valuable, is really to talk about the different strategies. And as I show you the sign-in form, you're going to see these strategies, right? So one of the strategies we can use is replace the clipboard in the sign-in form. That's pretty easy, right? Walk into any business and replace that clipboard. We can also use it to replace the fishbowl business card. Huh? You mean you can, instead of having a fishbowl to put your card in while they're waiting in line to pay their check, you can have them use the sign-in form to sign out or to just enter to win? Yes. Aha. You can use it as a sign-out form. So hey, before you leave, make sure everybody signs out. Let us know. An on-site service sign-in. So, for example, the AC contractor shows up to the home, right? He says, before I start work, would you mind signing in? Now, let's say he signs in and he shows up the next day. Is he going to ask him to sign in again? Yes. What about the next day? Is he going to ask him to sign in? Yes. And what if the person comes back to the doctor 5 times in 2 weeks? Are they going to sign in every single time? Yes. Because inside Reputation Kahuna, we have proprietary filters that you can set up that say, look, they can sign in as many times. They can fill out the feedback page or as many times. You can email them import them as many times, but they will only receive one request for a review every 6 months or every 90 days or every year. So you can set that up, but its default is they will not receive a sign-in or a review request for 90 days. So you can move that to 180 or you can use it to a full year, so it's completely up to you. So do you want them to sign in every single time? Sure, because every time they sign in, when a plumber signs in at the Smith's house and the other plumber signs in at the Jones's house, the staff, the administrator gets an email every single time saying, hey, you know, Don must be at the Smith's house because he just signed in. Is that cool? So now every single time you've got a sales team or a workforce, you can have them sign in before they do the work at a location or even on location. So this just isn't a sign-in form at the location, it's also off location as well. A sales accountability strategy. So let's think of the salesperson, right? They come into the showroom and it says, hey, are you looking for something? Yeah. Well, I'd like to be able to help you, but before I do, could you just sign in for us? Hey, I'd like to see the open house. Hey, before you do, would you just sign in for us? VIP sign-up form. Imagine in a restaurant, the manager walking around saying, "Did you enjoy your dinner tonight?" "Yes, I did." "Hey, would you mind signing into our VIP where you can receive discounts and offers?" You can use it as a registration page if you're doing meetups or doing trade shows. We have so many of these sign-in forms now being used in trade shows, and it's killing it. A list building strategy. 90% of all the businesses that you walk into have no way to capture the customers walking in. Optometrists, veterinarians, right? Retail, they have none of that. And what about an enter to win contest? This is a powerful strategy that every 30 days the company gives away something for free. So we are not, listen very close to this, we are not rewarding them for leaving a review. We are rewarding them simply for signing in. So there should be 9 wows in your vocabulary right about now going, my goodness, this is like a brand new system, a brand new piece of software. You could make a great living just doing this. So now, if you're not wowed enough yet, let me show you what we built for you inside Reputation Kahuna. So as you go into Reputation Kahuna, you're going to see we're going to log in, and we're going to go inside the CRM. Now inside the CRM, we have some things that are front-facing to you and front-facing only to the client. Let me show you that. Now when you click on Campaigns, you can see there's a sign-in clipboard area. So you can see all the information that comes in will be right here. So this is their virtual online clipboard. And when that administrator gets an email, a notification that John Smith just signed in, they'll have a link, and the link will take them directly to this page. They have to log into their system. They don't have to click campaigns. They have to click sign in. It instantly brings them right here. Now, if you click Add Context to Campaign, this is where we keep all the strategies of adding context to campaigns, right? So you can see you can email and SMS people into a campaign. You can use a web form, and we've got the sign-in form. So here's the link to your sign-in form right here, and then you've got your sign-in form settings right here. So I want you to see, as we take you through a quick wizard, where you can instantly, the state-of-the-art technology that allows you to, in real time, look like you're a graphics genius. So you can change the name, right? So you could say Sales Department Sign in to win a free dinner. And most companies' best day, they don't have technology this easy to use. Typically, even the big launches of $2,000 software, you got to do the old way of you fill it in a field in the left-hand side, and then you got to save it, and then you got to preview it. So I'm letting you know that you will look like a rock star because you can do anything you want with the sign-in form. So now you can even easily move the fields around. And the reason you can do this is you can add any field that you want. So let's add a text field, right? What problem do you have? Save. Add that field. What problem do you have? You can even change the help text to say, state your problem. Now let's add another one, maybe for a VIP. So your anniversary. Click date, and now you can add a date. And you can move that around as well. Or let's do a multiple choice. What doctor are you here to see? Right? Multiple choice, Dr. Smith, Dr. Jones, click save. So now
You can add all that, and we have some optional fields down here to help things look a little cooler, where if you're in different countries, the date format can change, the time format can change, and you can also see your terms of service, and this is where we've automatically written all the terms of service for you, so they receive SMS text messages, and they agree to receive this. We've already tokenized, and you can add anything you want to it as well. You can also, when they sign in, you'll see a pop-up. You can also edit that pop-up and say, thanks, you're signed in. Congrats. We will let you know if you won by the end of the month. Click Save. So now next is your email campaign that we've already written for you. You don't have to touch a thing. Same as our feedback CRM where you got email 1, 2, and 3, and then you've got your abandoned emails already done for you. We've defaulted to send 3 hours after the sign-in form, or after they've signed in. But you know what? If you want to turn them all off, and you just want to do SMS, then turn all the emails off, and you'll only do SMS. If you only want to do email, then turn all the emails off. So now on the text, you can see we've defaulted to 3 hours, or you can even do 1 minute or 0 minutes. So that means instant. And we've had numerous situations where someone has signed in, but you're signing them in as soon as they sign out, and you want them to get an instant notification. So you can see you've got SMS 1, SMS 2, and SMS 3 that goes out. When they click on the link, the moment they click on the link, we stop sending them text messages. So we don't know if they click the link and then leave a review, because there's no way of tracking when someone goes to Yelp or they go to Google if they leave a review. So we instantly stop the whole campaign. So now you're finished. Click View Sign-In Form. And you can see here, within moments, we've created a beautifully designed sign-in form that is custom to any situation that you want. Sound good? Well, this is all waiting for you. Logos? You don't need logos, man. You got to think about what we're doing here. No one cares about a logo. Right? We want them, and they're at the place of business. They're already there. They're not looking for branding. They're looking for ease of operation. So yes, it's absolutely fully responsive. So let's go back, and I want to show you a few really fun things you can do. First of all, when you go to the sign-in campaign, so you go to Campaigns and Sign In, you've got your sign-in settings, which we just saw. View your page right here, and then you all have all your analytics. Now, we're going to track everything for you. We're going to track how many clicked on the emails, how many opened, when they opened, when you got feedback. And then the text side, we're going to show you how many percent, how many clicked, how many accepted and recommended, and how many denied to recommend. You will be a stat analytics genius. So the sign-in settings are not available to the client. The directory preferences are not available to the client. Only the analytics and the clipboard. So now let me show you the directory preferences that'll really get you excited. So remember we talked about the directory page setup? Look how easy it is. Google, Bing, just choose, just like you do in the feedback pages, any site that you want them to leave a review on. And just preview it. It's that simple. Again, it works with Android and iOS Apple systems. And then if you don't want to use our proven Google Wizard, you can just simply turn it off. or turn it on. And what we've done here is we've given you a flow chart to remind you about the process. So you can see they receive a text message, ask the rate, go to the directory page, and then the directory listing. Now, what we've got on is called the Android Smart App Strategy. Remember that second app strategy? Remember I told you that? So, this is the cascading. Now, let me read this. Drag and drop the directory icons in the order of importance for leaving a review. If the contact does not have any directory apps on the phone, they will be directed to a feedback page. So you can see you just drag and drop them. So hey, go to Google, and if they don't have Google, go to a feedback page. Or go to Yelp next, go to Facebook next, or go to Facebook first, or I want Yelp first, I want TripAdvisor. And then if they don't have anything, it goes to a feedback page. I want them to go into this feedback page. And again, you want to remember what that looks like? You can go to this flow chart and it shows you. So now you have two powerful strategies for only the feedback page, or for your sign-in form. So you can turn this off and you just have a normal directory app page. You can turn this on and crush it, because especially getting reviews on Google, every single Android has a Google Maps app that come with it. So you know approximately 70% of all phones have that Maps app. So when you turn this on, you're going to crush it. So now I can just go back to the to our CRM. So I'll get to a few questions in just a moment, but I want to finish the process of going through all this, and more importantly, I want to show you live what it looks like. You guys want to do a live demonstration? That sound good? Okay, cool. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on the page, and in this page here, before I actually, and I want to put it into. Excuse me for I got a quick setup I have to do. So while I'm doing that, I want to just put it into. Whoops. I'm going to grab the link, and I want to put it on my phone so you can see my phone. And then I want to ask Carmen to give me the link to the feedback, or the link to the feedback page. So Carmen, what I'm looking for is this page that you could put inside my Skype. This page here. Would you recommend this page? So I need that link if you could. That'd be great. And I'd like you to, yeah, and I'd like you to turn well, let me see if I can do it right now. And I want to turn the settings on for whatever you gave me. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. So I want to turn, because I want them to see the directory preferences. I want them to see the Android only smart app. So that's going to be turned on so you guys can see the Google Wizard that we created for you. All right, so let me jump in here. And so what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to download, and let me show you the process that I'm going to go through here. The process I'm going through is something I want you to write down, because I'm only going to go through this once. So step one is, here's how you do a demo. Or screenshot this. You download the TeamViewer QS on your phone. Right, everybody got that? So go, if you're on iOS or you're on Android, go and download that on your phone. Step two is download TeamViewer to log into your phone via desktop. And what's going to happen is you'll be able to see your phone via desktop. Does that make sense? Everybody got that? Any questions on that? Pretty simple, right? So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a Zoom or a Join Me or a screen share with the prospect. Or go to webinar. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to share your screen. And then what you want to make sure is you fill in the form live with their information, and you set the follow-up for 0 minutes. So when you fill in their information, they get a text message instantly. Does that make sense? So this is how you're going to demo it to customers tomorrow. Just follow this process. And then I'm going to show you live what I'm going to do. So I'm going to log in to, so on my phone, I can't show you the phone real quick here. Let me see here. I'm opening up my app on my phone called Quick Support. It's TeamViewer Quick Support. And then I'm putting in the ID into the TeamViewer, and then I'm just clicking Connect. Then on my phone it says Allow, and now you can see there's my phone. So now what I'm going to do is everything on my phone you can see right now is I'm simply going to open up my Chrome, and there's the sign-in form on my phone. Now, if you've got an agent, or you've got a salesperson, or you have a plumber or an AC person, all you're going to do is hit Save or Add to Home Screen on your Chrome browser, and it will add an icon called the sign-in form. So let me show you that real quick. So now I'm just going to type in my name, so sign in for, or my email. Let me see here. I want to see if I can do it on my keyboard. There we go. All right, David@AOL.com. And then next is going to be David Bragg. Oh, spelled that wrong. We're okay though. And then, put in my number. And the next is really powerful, which is, let me scroll up here. There we go. It's fighting with me a little bit. So now my anniversary, right, is February 5th. What problem do you have getting customers? Not anymore. All right? What doctor are you seeing? I want to see Dr. Jones. Agree to be contacted. Now I'm going to sign in. Why anniversary? Because you can see, thank you, signed in, congrats. Remember when I said we'll let you know if you won? And now the next person's ready to sign in. Charlene, I was mentioning why anniversary is because we're giving you the ability to create this form in any way that you want. You could create a VIP form, right? And you'd want to know their anniversary. Maybe you want to know their birthday, maybe their kid's birthday, right? So now any questions on that? We have any questions on that? Okay, good. So now let me do this. Now I'm going to go and show you the, let me see here. Let me open up my Skype, and now I'm going to, all right, and so now you can see, so now I just got a text message. I said, hey, would you recommend us? I click yes, and you can see our tutorial. This is a tutorial how to write a review on Google. Step 1, click here. So I click there. Step 2, scroll up. Up, step 3, tap the stars. That's it. Take me to Google. Then I go to Google. It instantly goes directly to the actual company. and with the exact same process that they actually need to leave a review. So you can see I would scroll up, or I would tap it, then I have to scroll until I see the stars. And, sorry, missed it. Review summary. Oh, there it is. I already left a review there. Sorry. Same one. So it would have shown me if I hadn't left a 5-star review. It's right there. So how do I get rid of that? I can't get rid of it, unfortunately. So I should have done another demo. Sorry about that. Is that pretty awesome or what? Is that pretty easy? So now it takes you, I mean, it just takes the process so incredibly simple. And now instead of people getting lost in the process, when they go to Google, and this is how we're getting so many reviews on Google. It's so simple, and this is all for free for you. So what percentage of sign-ins leave feedback? Well, it's interesting you should say that. I want to see if, I don't know if Thomas is on the line. Maybe he is. No, I don't have Thomas on the line here. But we've had as high as 35% to 40% leave feedback. And now these aren't leaving feedback, these are reviews on Google. So just imagine having 100 people and getting up to 30 reviews online. I mean, it's insane. So there are a certain percentage of people that won't want to be contacted. There's a certain percentage of people that won't leave their phone number, right? So there's a certain small percentage, but my goodness, you know, when you can get, let me just blanket statement this. When you can get 7 to 10 reviews on Google or any site on autopilot month after month and you never have to lift a finger, does that solve everything for you? What do you think? Yeah. And here's the cool part about it. When you're doing that, now you can move into other strategies like getting feedback or doing surveys or sending out a feedback page to get reviews or things of that nature, right? Because everybody's so worried about getting reviews that they don't really survey their customers. They really don't find out what their customers want. And so you're going to be in the power seat because no one's going to be able to touch you now. So yes, they also get an email as well. Now, let me tell you some of the reasons why leaving reviews are so high with this strategy. It's because other strategies like we've used, right? Sending an email, but when you send the email, typically our customers don't log into the CRM every day and upload new contacts, do they? They might do it once a week. Or for us, they'll send us their contact list at the end of the week. Well, that person isn't top of mind anymore. They've literally haven't thought about you in 4, 5, 6 days. And now they're being asked to leave a review. But because it's within 3 to 4 hours of them experience a purchase or your service, they're leaving reviews. And on top of that, because we're sending email and text message, one is reminding them to do the other. So it's just like any form of advertising. And the stats are just incredible. So yes, this has been a sticking point. I can sell rep videos, but no reviews. Well, Jan, it's all changed now. So let me go through. I want to give you guys some real good strategies here on how to sell this. And so one of the things I want to, I don't think I put this in here. Let me see if I did it correctly. So this is what I call a trust trigger product. Now, if you're in the mastermind, you know the trust trigger process very well. We study it. Pretty much everyone comes out an expert in our trust trigger strategies. So for those that are very new, a trust trigger product is a small, low-end product that over-delivers in value, and you can get a sale in under 10 minutes, right? It's under 10 minutes. So let me explain the language of the way you want to sell it. So let me say that you're the dentist, or you're the doctor, you're the attorney, you're the chiropractor. Let's say this. we have a beta program called 5-Star Sign-In Strategy. Now it's in beta right now. When we launch it to the marketplace, it's going to be really expensive because it's a very powerful strategy. But while we're in beta, here's what we're going to do. We're going to build the custom feedback CRM for you, and then we're going to create a custom sign-in form to get the information that you want. So when people sign into your office, what questions you want to ask them that you possibly don't ask them now, right? Are you interested in other products, right? Would you, who are you here to see? We're also going to connect the sign-in form to an email and SMS server to be able to email out and send text messages out, ask for reviews. And then we're going to write an email and SMS request campaign for you. So we've got copywriters that will write all the copy. And then we're going to write an email thank you campaign so that those that actually leave feedback, we can follow up with them and thank them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to write an email apology campaign. Because when they say no, they don't want to recommend us, we want to get more information about that and figure out what went wrong and how we can fix it. And then we want to create a negative feedback page. So when they say, no, I'm not interested in recommending you, we want to take them to a very specific page that lets them know that we're sorry that you didn't have a great experience and what can we do differently to change that. And then we're going to install all the analytics and the tracking. On top of that, we're going to manage everything with monthly reports and show you all the analytics. And we're going to give you the CRM so that every time someone signs in, your administrator gets alerted so they can get rid of the clipboard and make the process entirely easy. More importantly, when we launch this publicly, it'll be $1,500 setup and $299 a month just for the sign-in form campaign. Because we know that we can turn almost any company into a market leader just by using this proprietary technology. When I say proprietary technology, I can show you step by step what we do and how we can actually find out what specific apps are on your customer's phone and be able to direct them to that app to leave a review. So if you want 10 reviews on Google, that won't be a problem. If you want to get 8 reviews on Yelp, that won't be a problem either. But for this beta, what we're going to be doing is only $297 setup to help cover some of the costs in the beta to get all this set up for you. But we're not going to charge you anything for 90 days to use the entire system. And here's our guarantee. Not only are we just going to be covering some of the costs, but we're going to guarantee you 15 5-star reviews over the next 90 days. Now all we're asking in return is 2 simple things outside of the setup fee. One, that we want more people in the beta. So after you get your first few reviews online, would you give us 3 referrals of others that we could help and get inside the beta? And 2, at the end of the month, we'd like a feedback from you and to give us a review about your experience during the beta. Does that sound fair? And that will crush it for you. When you take them through this process and you build the value this way, it's an irresistible offer that your trust trigger you will sell over and over and over. Sounds good? Now, how many of you would like the script to this? And how many of you would like these slides? Yeah? Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another training next week with case studies and show you some of the analytics, and I want to do live Q&A. And I'm going to give this and my slides and scripting away to those that actually go out and sign a form that they actually tried to put this in at least 2 businesses, starting today. So I'll send a form out to you. All you have to do is say, look, David, I tried to put this in 2 businesses. And then if you install it in a business, I'm going to give you even a special bonus. Because listen, I don't care if you succeed or not. But here's what I know for sure. If you follow the process I'm giving you right now and just do a screen share with them and just show them the form and explain to them what you're going to do, they're going to say yes. Now, I don't care if you give it to them for free for 60 days. As a matter of fact, my suggestion is you give them free for 60 days and you just get referrals and feedback in your first 2. So this should be a no-brainer for them. There is zero money coming out of pocket, and all you need to return is 3 referrals and 1 review. Sound good? So next, either Wednesday or Thursday, I'll email everybody next Tuesday, either next Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to do another training where we go into much greater detail, and I'll have analytics for you and a PowerPoint presentation to give only those that took action. So I'll give you a form, you just write in your name, and I'll use the honesty here. Say, look, David, I attempted to get this in to 2 different businesses. Whether you made it or not doesn't really matter to me. What I care about is action takers and rewarding people that want to grow their business and believe in helping businesses. That's it. When we get the form? Today. All you have to do is log in, and it's there for you on every business that you set up. So the first thing that you should be doing is what? Setting up for your own business, right? Everybody, if you haven't put your own business inside Reputation Kahuna, you need to. So, quick question, do I install my Android TeamWeaver Android app in Google Play? Yes, just like I said. So just go inside your, let me show you here. If you, I don't know where TeamViewer is. There we go. So if we go inside your oops, yeah, the little guy there. You go inside your Google Play Store and just type in TeamViewer. There's several different TeamViewers, but you want the quick support one, the one that's right on the top here. Right? Quick support. Right there. Oh, thank you, Richard. All right, let me see if I've got anything else for you right now that we need to cover real quick before we go. Oh, here's a quick case study that happened. 8 online reviews in 7 days on autopilot. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Now I have more case studies for you guys as we go. So you want to attend next week's training. It will be a one-time training only to help you and really mastermind with you to help you grow your business. So 2 things. One is there anyone that doesn't have Rep Kahuna? Can you put 1 in the chat box if you don't have Rep Kahuna? Somehow you found this training and showed up. Oh my goodness. Do we really have that many people? We've got like 30 people. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Right, we did this last week. I shut it down, but if you go to repkahuna.com/amazing, I'm going to give you access for free for 30 days to everything you just saw there. So that means you'll have 15 companies, but you need to do this now. So go to repkahuna.com/amazing. I'll put it in the chat box as well for you, or one of my team will put it in the chat box. So repkahuna.com. Everything you're seeing here, you can sign up tonight. You can get access. Put your own business in. Once you put your own business in, you can go to the CRM for your business. Click on CRM. Click in Sign In. Click in Sign In Settings, and create a sign-in form. It's that simple. So I'll wait before I take the link down. I need you signing up to repkahuna.com/amazing if you don't have it right now. So is there a training in the members area? Yes. That's a great question. Thank you for asking it. If you go into Local Genius, what you'll do is you'll get a username and password. You get into Local Genius. You see Reputation Kahuna here. And in Reputation Kahuna, you'll see this is how you get access to your software. But we have master classes. Master Class 1, how to generate leads. Master Class 2, how to convert leads. Master Class 3, how to do proposing. And Master Class 4, new sales strategies. And then we have fulfillment training, how to fulfill. I've got multiple parts of fulfillment. So these trainings are here for you to devour, and they are literally easily over $1,000 worth of training, because we give our slides away, I give my strategies away, I give you everything you need to really build a business. and you're not paying a dime for it today if you're brand new. I want you to do what I do and how I built our Inc. 500 company business, and that is over-deliver. Make it so amazing that people go, wow, when you're talking. And at the end, give something so amazing they're like, I can't believe you're giving all this to me. There's no way I can say no. And did you feel that? Those of you that don't have Rep Kahuna, did you feel that? Put feel in the chat box if you felt like, wow, I really felt like you over-delivered to me, and I just had to take action here. So put the word feel in the chat box if you felt that way. Okay, good. So I just want to capture this so you guys can see. This is how you build a business. And so the one thing I always want to do is model good behavior for you. And the one thing I want you to do is model good behavior for those that you serve and those that you help. So, sound good, everyone? All right, so here's what I'll do. We got about 10 minutes here. And while I want to put this link up still, for those that still don't have it, make sure you get it. I'm going to take the link down because we really shouldn't have this offer open, but I didn't realize how many we actually had in here. Richard says, I love you. Love you too, man. I'm feeling it, right? So, so let's get to some questions, and then our team is in the chat box. We'll try to do our best to answer it. If you could do me a favor, if you could give me easy, quick questions, like yes or no, where I don't have to explain it, that would help me out a lot and help everybody else on the line so I can get through a lot of questions. So where is the link? My team should have put it in the chat box, but if they don't, they're probably too busy answering questions. So I want to ask our team if you could please put repkahuna.com/amazing in the chat box. How would you get more than 15 locations? Well, you would upgrade to that, right? You would upgrade to more than 15 locations. But let's worry about the first 15 locations, right, first? Because if you get first 15 locations, right, you're not going to worry about the rest. So what about Twilio and SMS setup? It's a really great question. So here's what we do inside. Let me jump in here so you can see. We give you options. When you first log in, you're going to see that you've got your admin or your profile, your subscriptions. And under your profile, you're going to see branding and Twilio setup. So this means that when you can set up your own Twilio account that all your customers can use. And that's one thing you'll need to set up. You'll need to go and actually get a Twilio account and then just follow the steps. It's really easy to do. And if you click on Twilio and then click on the training, we go through step by step. So there's a training button in the corner here for everything. Julie, if you hit a 404 error, that means there's too many people hit that link. So just wait a few minutes. I'm sure it'll refresh again. So now, when you go into, now let me show you real quick. When you go into each individual business, we give you the ability to override the Twilio account. So if you go into, let's say ABC down, let's go into that real quick. Hold on with your questions just a second. So let me show you guys, because I think this will be a very important. If you're doing, you have to get your Twilio set up, right? So, but some of you, you're not going to want to pay the Twilio expense, right? Because it might be the 15, 20 bucks a month in Twilio expense. For some of you, that's great. What you do is you go into setup, and under their company is their SMS branding, right? And with their SMS branding, you can override. So when you click on it, you can say, look, you want to use the customer's Twilio account and not yours. So use customers or your Twilio account. So, you might want to use your Twilio account for the first month or two and say, look, we give you 500 text messages, and if you go over 500, then you need to, pay for it more. Sound good? Can we change URL in the sign-in form, like a white label URL? Yes, you can, Brian. So everything is white labeled here, so you don't have any work. Will this work in Australia? It absolutely will. David, can you put the link up? I want to get in. Yes, I'll put the link up. You get in. What if my customer has some customers that don't have a cell phone, senior adults? Well, Jill, they probably have an email, but my 74-year-old father has a mobile phone. So I realize some people won't, right? Then they, that's fine. But they'll either have an email or a cell phone. Should we supply a tablet for the business customer sign-up form? No, Joe, that's not necessary. I mean, if you're going to spend they're going to spend $297. Everybody's got a tablet lying around. Everybody's got an iPad. Every kid's got one, right? So you shouldn't have any problem with that at all. Do clients need to buy a PC or implement the sign-in page? So, no, they just need to buy a tablet. You know how much tablets are today? They're $100, right? You can get a tablet for $100 on Amazon. And then I recommend it. You go to Amazon, you go get a stand. Amazon, I'm sorry. Like a tablet stand. And they just put it in the front. This is a really nice one. This is one that I have. It's got 5-star ratings. And they just put it up there, and they stand it up, and it works really brilliantly. Okay? My 84-year-old grandfather has a smartphone, but not a smartphone. Okay? Well, that's fine. They still have a text message. Again, they will receive a text message. It'll open up a browser. It's not going to probably work because they don't have a smartphone, but they're going to get an email too. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. You know, for some people, it's probably going to get lost on them. But remember what the sign-in form's for. Is it for getting reviews? Yes. But what's it doing? It's helping the business organize everyone that signs in. So the business is going to get your grandpa's information. They're going to get his email. They're going to get his phone number. They're going to ask, you know, what he's there to see. There's going to, you know, all those things. So let's not be like one-sided about one specific area. If an 84-year-old customer, you know, doesn't get the text message, because they've got a lot of other customers that will. Make sense? So where is the sign-in form in RK? So I want to make sure that everybody sees this. So you go into Reputation Kahuna, you go in and you go into the CRM, right? Go into CRM. Click on Add Contacts to Campaign. And when you add contact campaign, you see all ways you can add people to a campaign. And one is called the sign-in form. Here's the link to the sign-in form, and here's your sign-in form settings. So do I have some people that have RK that don't have that? Can you put 1 in the chat box if you do not have that or not seeing this? Okay, I've only got 1 person, 2 out of 500. Okay, so we've only got 2 or 3 people. So I would say this: put in a support ticket. Put a support ticket if you don't have it with your login email, and then we'll make sure that it appears for you. Okay. So now you can see it added contacts to campaign, but you can also see it in campaigns. So if you click on campaigns, and then you'll see sign-in form there. Do I support Zillow as a directory? No, we don't, because I specifically don't want you marketed to realtors. Realtors are not a good market for you. So I have consciously said no realtors. You're not going to make money with realtors. You make money with people that actually have budgets, real businesses. I love realtors, work with them for a very long time. I'm going to start marketing this. Great, Frank. Can the sign-in email be delivered to multiple admin email addresses? Yes, it can, Michael. So it's a great question. Let's see if I can show you that real quick. If you click in the sign-in, I'll show you that. What do you mean number 2 on the slide? What's number 2 on the slide? Produce 5 video review commercials. Yes, so if you don't know what a video review commercial is, I don't know where you've been in my life. So it's something we've been doing for about a year now that's been crushing it. But we will allow you to give you 5 credits and access to our reputation or our rep video system. So that's part of the offer as well. You know, so don't worry about that. We'll be doing that training here in about a week and a half with everybody. Let's see here. The other question that came in. So in the sign-in, I want to click on sign-in settings. Are those 5 credits added to our existing rep video account? No, they're not, Alan. Oh, yes, they are. Will be, Alan. They will be if you sign up with Rep Kahuna. That's correct. So you can see here, add a user, and all the users, right? You can add in the multiple or delete the user. It's right there. Cool, huh? So great question. Let me rip through some more questions here. Can the business use a text message capabilities to send reminders for appointments? No, Wesley. It's not an appointment reminder. It's a sign-in form. There are 10,000 appointment reminder system. That is a business that is literally $49 to $19 a month. You do not want to get into that business. It would be a great add-on service, but not for now. When will this recording be available in the members area? In about 48 hours. Will we access the recording of this webinar? In about 48 hours. I've been out of town for 10 days. Where can I find the new webinar training and link? So, yeah, what you simply want to do is log in. If you want training on our system, is log in, and then click on Rep Kahuna, and it's all the training you need right here. So this training we'll see here in the latest updates in about 48 hours. Do we need a promo code? No, you do not. What's the name of the app in Google Play? As I mentioned to you, it is TeamViewer QS, Quick Support. TeamViewer QS Quick Support, if you're going to be doing that. Is this good for nursing homes? Yes, it's great for nursing homes. Can a biz just add their clients to the software on their own if they're already collecting emails, phone numbers? Yes, they can, Nick. All you have to do, if you go into the area of add contacts, you're going to see 4 ways to add contacts. Sign-in form, sign-in list, and even import a list. So import a list is what you're looking for there. So click add contacts to campaign and import your list. Now, one of the things I want to mention you guys here is the CRM, for those of you brand new, you might be a little confused because the CRM is front-facing to the customer. Manage, build, and market and dashboard are your areas to do a lot of cool stuff in. So one of the things that I know we're going to do very well, I'm really sorry. I thought my team was keeping up the latest updates. Every Friday, that means this Friday at 3 o'clock, we do live trainings, and they should be here. In the last Friday's training, I trained on exactly how to use the entire CRM. Probably one of the best trainings we've ever done. And so that will be here by tomorrow for you. The last Friday's training will be here by tomorrow. Our team should be automatically putting these here, and I don't know why they're blank right now, but tomorrow you'll see that, okay? Making a sign-in form for a client right now, brilliant, Kevin, way to take action. If I give my client a login to his back office, can he see this or no? Great question, Nick. The answer is no. So what we've done is we hide from them the, by the way, the campaign filter. If you're saying, where's that campaign filter, David, that it's 90, 30, 60, 90, 100 days? Contacts who have completed a review request campaign should not receive another review request campaign for 180 days. So that's under the add contacts to campaign, right there. So the question was, do you record the training sessions? Yes, we do. If you go in here to members area, all the training we do is always in news and updates. So if you click in news and updates, you'll see February 26th, Rep Kahuna Training 3.0, right? So that is here. We list them all right here, right? But it should also be in the product area too. That's why I'm sorry we didn't do that. I'm sorry, I lost that question. I got distracted there. If we click on the SMS link, will it also stop the email follow-ups? No, it won't, Carol. It won't stop the email follow-ups at all. So, because we don't know if they left it or not. So that is something we're going to build in probably eventually. They give you the choice to say, you know, when they click on the link, do you want them to stop everything? Do you want them just to stop this? So that'll be a feature that we do here. There's no test SMS button in the Twilio setup. No, but there's a test SMS button in the sign-in form campaign. So if you click on the actual add contacts to campaign, and then you click on the sign-in form settings, you can do a test. Go to the SMS. You can send a test email. You can preview the email. You can also send an SMS test right here to yourself to see how it works. What's a good price to offer after the 90-day trial? I'll get into that, Barry, next week. It's a great question. So let's talk about that next week. You go get a few people signed up on the trial, And it's not a trial, it's 90, it's a beta. Never say the word trial, it's a beta. Okay, great. It's okay, we already have many of your trainings to watch. Okay, fun, some good stuff. Do we pay for TeamViewer? No, you don't. It's free. Just say you're using it for personal use. And so they'll allow you a few uses for personal use. Or if you're going to use it for commercial use, then you have to pay for it. Why do we need Twilio, Reed? Because we are not going to, you know, it's a really good question. So we give you, and I can't even go through everything, but let me just say this. We do all that what Reputation Kahuna does, and what we discussed tonight, is 1/10 of what we do. And every single thing that we do, we only charge $6 per location or $7 per location. That's it. I mean, for some of the times, that barely covers server costs, right? For some of you, it barely every support ticket that comes in, it's $13 on average, every support ticket. That's what it costs us. So we charge you $97 a month. We give you 15 locations, and the reason we give you 15 locations is most people can make 6 figures a year with those 15 locations if you follow our process. If you follow what other people teach you, to sell it cheap and to, you know, just and don't know how to add value when they sell, then you're not going to make money. But so we said, look, we're not, because you're going to be text messaging, we're not going to pay for your text messages and all your customers' text messages as well. That's why you need Twilio. Does that make sense? Okay. Should we offer 15 reviews in 30, 60, 90 days? 15 reviews in the 90-day period. You're guaranteed 15 reviews in the 90-day period. So the beta is $297 a month. No, it's not. If you read this correctly, which it's not what I say there, it's a $1,500 setup and $299 a month if you were to normally put this in. But the beta price is only $297 setup, and it's free for 90 days. So they're going to bite off on that in the 90-day mark. Do you think they're going to want to take it out? No, they're not going to want to take it out at all. And you're going to get $297 a month. So this is a strategy I teach inside the mastermind to get your foot in the door, get them excited, get everything working, and they don't want you to leave. So no restaurants either? No, I'm okay with restaurants now, Mark. I'm okay with restaurants. I'm excited about restaurants. You know why? Because you install this and you don't lift a finger afterwards. See, restaurants don't have lists. So in our previous trainings, we would talk about getting the list, having them upload, sending out emails, right? Doing mobile apps, doing postcards or scanning QR codes. With this, it's set it and forget it. So I'm double thumbs for a restaurant. We're good to go with that. Can I charge $297 setup fee and free for 30 days so I can get some money? Bronson, you can do whatever you want, buddy. That's what I love about this game. You're paying $7. You can give it for free. You can charge $297. You can give it for free for 90 days or 30 days. It's whatever you want. But here's the thing. Since you're just starting out, would you rather have $297 in your pocket right now and have 3 referrals and a testimonial, or would you rather have $297 and then charge them 30, 60 days from now? Which one is better? That's up to you. I can't answer that for you. I want to let you know that what you want to do is get some case studies. You want to make sure that you create some cornerstone clients. You want to make sure that you get referrals. And that's the reason I'm saying give it 90 days. The reason it's given 90 days is they're not going to think about what happens in 90 days. They're thinking about what happens today. In 90 days, they're going to love what you're doing so much, they're going to continue to pay. And then you're going to add reputation marketing on. And then you're going to add reputation monitoring on. And then you're not going to be charging $297, you'll be charging $797 a month. So the program is called 5-Star Sign-In Strategy. That's what it's called. 5-Star Sign-In Strategy. Are you making slide deck available? I am making it available next week to everybody that shows up to the training and that offers it to at least 2 people. Right? I have a real estate broker that wants it. Why don't you want us selling real estate brokers? Alex, I didn't say I don't want you selling real estate brokers. I said realtors. Realtors. Right? So realtors. So a broker's not bad. Broker could use this. People come in, use this sign-in form. I think it's great. There's a difference between a real estate broker and a realtor. A broker owns the business. They're a business person. A realtor is is really no more than a real estate, a glorified hostess most of the time. And most of them don't have the experience. They don't have budgets. They don't run the business. I'm saying most. There are some amazing ones, right? They're the exceptions, but I've been in the business a long time. When you say you offer two businesses, it means sell for $297 setup, right? No, I'm saying, Christine, that physically you have talked to two decision makers and you have offered them the sign-in form. I don't care if you sell it. I don't care if you give it for free. I don't care if you make any money. That's not the point. The point is to challenge you to do two. Because if you can do two in 1 week, by the time we meet again, and you get one of them installed, imagine if you did 5 in 1 week. Imagine if you did 10 in 1 week. Imagine if you were in the mastermind, like some of our clients, you were getting 4, 5, 6 customers a week. That would be pretty amazing, right? So I just want you to do two. I'd love you to do more, right? Be a rock star. But my commitment to you is I will take the time this week and build everything for you as long as you commit the time to just talking to two decision makers. FYI, in Indiana, realtors now have their broker's license. That's great. Still doesn't make them a real broker, though. So I already have Rep Kuna, so just want the new part. Okay, Mark, sounds good. I promised to do 5. Gerard, I love overachievers. Great job. Start upselling my current customers. Great job, Nick. That's what you want to do. Talk to your current customers. Can I take this down? For those that don't have Rep Kuna, can I take this down? You got the link there? Yes? Take it down? Okay, good. How do you use that team viewer? Jan, I already went over that. I already explained it. I took it step by step, and I gave you all this process. So my suggestion is you just do it yourself, and you'll understand it. So could you have a free setup in your back-end page and then land on this page? Of course you could, Gene. Of course you could. Gene's got some good strategies there. That's pretty good. But listen, I don't know if I would do that because you want them to sign in, and you typically don't want people to turn on their Wi-Fi to sign in, right? You're better off turning your Wi-Fi to get an offer, to get a discount, those types of strategies. If doing a contest, you may need to spell out the rules. Certain legalities may apply. I would agree with that. So that's up to you, Michael. But typically, if you're giving something away, you can put those in the terms of service that we have in the agreement to contact us as well. So if they want to see the terms of service there, you can do that. So no PC, then no Wi-Fi. That's not what I said, Richard. I said put it on a tablet. Just follow the process. Please don't get creative. Here's the thing. If you want to keep doing what you've been doing and still keep making the money that you've been making, then you should be creative and make up your own process as you go. But if you want to be successful, like hundreds of others have been, your only role and your success depends on one thing. Can you follow a process? That's it. And when you hire someone to work for you, you're not hiring them to be creative. You're not hiring them for amazing talent. You're hiring them to do one thing. Can they follow a process? When McDonald's hires a teenager, they're not asking them to be creative or innovate how to make, cheeseburgers or, they're asking them to follow a process. The franchise model, the model for being able to be successful and grow a business is based on building a great process. I'm teaching that process, and I'm asking you to follow the process. And mark my words, some of you have been on calls for me for a very long time. And the only reason you're not successful at this point in time and haven't made the hundreds of thousands of dollars everybody else has made is because for some reason you have not been able to follow the process. That's it, that simple. And so that's why I want to encourage you that's why every single week I work with you inside a mastermind so that I can keep you accountable to follow that process. Go, go, go. I start at 6:30 and I have to get up early. All right, Al, good to see you, buddy. I would like to offer this to a Jim. Ooh, this would be great for Jim Beverly. Would you offer this, Jim, if they're already signed in by scanning? Yeah, if they already have a scanning system signed in, what you might want them is now to make it a contest. Hey, you signed in with the scan system, but hey, we got a contest for all our members this month. Sign in to win. So I'd turn it into a contest, like a fishbowl. I followed your expose 15-minute script and closed 2 sales, Brunson says. Yes, great job, Brunson. That's the way to follow process, buddy. All right, good stuff. How does the Enter to Win contest work? I assume we need other software. No, you don't, Nat. All you need is a form to enter, and then you just pick a winner. That's it. Right? What else would you need? They fill in their name, it goes into a database, and you randomly pick a winner. That's it. Yep, you hit the nose on the head, but keep trying to follow the process. Haven't quit. Good job, Jan. Way to not quit, buddy. And so let me say there's 2 ingredients. There's taking action and not quitting, and there's following the process. You take action, but if you don't follow the process, you need both. There's no way to get Zillow or Trulia for brokers I have. No Alex, not at this point in time. But, you know, I'm considering adding them in the future here. But, you know, like I said, it's a tough niche to get into right now. So focus on them on Yelp and all the big ones. And then give me maybe 90 days, and after we get through these big builds that we're doing, we'll do that. Sound good? David Brennan, thank you so much for that. David, awesome webinar. Thanks for all the value you get. James, Matt, I love you too. You rock. Thank you for joining. What about contractor websites? Yeah, we've got a few contractor websites. I think we do a few in the back office. You want to look at those? I can't think of any offhand. There's 2, though. We do 2 contractor websites. All right, listen, a lot of the same questions are coming in. I want you guys to get off the line, spend time with your families, get all focused for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. Start of something great, start of something new for you to go out, and there is nobody, I mean nobody that can compete with you, because no one has this technology that can crush it with building a 5-star reputation, right? Okay, so jump in. We'll see you guys next week. We'll be sending you in. Please don't bombard our support with, hey, when's the next training? We'll contact you, okay? We'll let you know. It's something I wasn't prepared for, but I decided based on all the questions that if you wanted a sales process, I'm going to give you a sales process next week, okay? All right, guys, take